little update of my competition revolver. I will go through roughly the things I've done for it to fit my hand personally. And first off, it had a bobbed hammer and trigger inside with double action was almost non-functional. It went, I don't remember the word, but it went off too early, so it light struck the primer. So what I actually did, this is a 686-1, so I really wanted to keep as much original parts. So the first I did was full disassemble, of course, and I took the hammer and also the link to the trigger behind the rebound, cut off that piece that engages the trigger, and welded up with the same material as I could find in research, and then tuned it in and filed and tuned it in and got it good. And I have before it went off there, and of course how the mechanism is built, it's safe because it goes, but it forces it in, but it looks bad and it feels wrong. But now it's easy to stop on the timing, and you have actually a bit more before it goes. Yeah, and I like to use a silicone because the old ones have it there for, yeah, dry firing it, you know. So when I had it operational in good condition, the next I did was I wanted to be able to do single action, you know. So I'm a left-handed, and I used a piece. In my full-time job, I'm a full-time knife maker and watchmaker, so I have a lot of different materials I work with. So I just used a piece of titanium forged layered material made by Shad Nichols, Zircuti as it calls it, because it has two or three different alloys of titanium and one pure zirconium. That's the black you see. And took the angle to my own preference. So before this thing came, it was very easy with my short thumb to reach it. Of course I can do it now, but it's the purpose is different now. The next I did was the grips. This is pre-band, found actually in a farm, an old barn, from a friend of mine. And I have a lot of photos on every project. So this was originally just shaped and had a nice clean look, but it was so slippery, so I did just went crazy with hot iron, and just poked. So now it has a good warm grip. And after that I wanted a beaver tail, because with the hog before you had your trigger, the middle finger I mean, was down there, and you had it about there, so it was roughly around this you would see. But how the grip is shaped now, and with the beaver tail, I can really get it up here. And it's a huge difference with the barrel being a lot lower in alignment. So this was purely TIG welded. I'm not done yet with finishes, but it was just taking the time, and I had to set up for the frame heat sink setup so it could draw the heat without planting out in the frame. So it was just a patient job, cool and weld up and final do the shaping and stuff. So I did a little mishap there, but it's a easy fix if I want to, but yeah. And also for me being lefty, I welded up the original part here, so I can have easy access to open just by sliding there and not being too much in the way when I'm in there, you know. And the site is as you see, a hole. I have tried tritium and optics and stuff, but this is the best for me so far. 2mm hole I made with carbide, aligned with the LPA backside. I will make a new backside also, since I like to change out it myself. And I wanted the cylinder to go smooth but have resistance, so you see it doesn't fall. And with cleaning, removing without tools, so I made in titanium, so you can just, and with tight threads, not loose but tight threads, so you don't have to have tools when you're doing maintenance. And just a tad longer, so it doesn't drop and slams in every direction, you know. And it doesn't affect this action. So the last project was, I used for competition Desert Eagle before, that also had a ton of work. Pretty reliable, but can't compare with a revolver in that category I am shooting. But I like the weight and how it operates with the Desert Eagle. So this is actually now, as it sits without any ammunition in it, the same weight as my old Desert Eagle with an empty magazine. So it's, I think it's 1700 on the point grams. So I don't know in OC what that is, but this was manually also quite a lot of work, and you can see some scratches still, but I am not putting a final finish because it's an ongoing project. But I wanted this also without tools, so it's sturdy and it has a simple pin that has a little taper. So when I fire this, it will not lose it with the spring setup. It will just probably sit a bit harder eventually, but if I need to upgrade the strength, is no problem. So you just take, this is actually from an old hammer on a previous piece I had. So just take it like this and slide it off. And this channel was manually milled and shaped with diamond files, because you can't have any wobble like this for this kind of mechanism to work. And you can probably see the little taper, it's not easy, but so that's roughly how the state of it is right now. And yeah, so that's where it is right now. And I tried to do my own design, aesthetics, and yeah, feels good in the hand also, and much more stable. Very big difference, because I do have a bit shaky hands, but for me now with this weight, it's a big difference. Okay, thanks for watching.